Hey Tacoma, it's Abby. We've made it another week. It's Friday, April 10th, and it's time for our second Flash Poetry Workshop. And this week I want to talk about voice, and not just because my voice is all I've been listening to for the past 3 weeks, 4, maybe 10 weeks, 6 months. I don't know. It's been a long time. What comes to mind when I ask what your voice is like? Is it the sound of your voice, the things that you say, the things that were passed down to your voice from your family? What's your voice like? Personally, I think about how I inherited some of the ways my mom speaks. And when I lived in New York, my friends said that I used the word dude too much to be from the East Coast. But honestly, as a military spouse, I feel like my voice has always been shaped by this knowledge that I'm on the outside, that I'm not quite accepted anywhere that I go. And that influences my voice. How do I show this in a poem, or how do I let this grow into a poem? That's something that I'm interested in doing this week. I took this book off the shelf. If you see a copy, I would definitely advise anyone to pick it up. There's a poem by Maria Mazziotti Gillan, and I want to share this with you. Her parents came to the United States as immigrants, and she wrote about this often, and this is from her collection, What We Pass On. It's called Public School Number 18, Paterson, New Jersey. Miss Wilson's eyes, opaque as blue glass, fix on me. We must speak English. We're in America now. I want to say I am American, but the evidence is stacked against me. My mother scrubs my scalp raw, wraps my shining hair in white rags to make it curl. Miss Wilson drags me to the window, checks my hair for lice. My face wants to hide. At home, my words smooth in my mouth, I chatter and am proud. In school, I am silent, grope for the right English words, fear the Italian word will sprout from my mouth like a rose. Fear the progression of teachers in their sprigged dresses, their Anglo-Saxon faces. Without words, they tell me to be ashamed. I am. I deny that booted country even from myself, want to be still and untouchable as these women who teach me to hate myself. Years later, in a white Kansas City house, the psychology professor tells me I remind him of the mafia leader on the cover of Time magazine. My anger spits venomous from my mouth. I am proud of my mother, dressed all in black, proud of my father with his broken tongue, proud of the laughter and noise of our house. Remember me, ladies, the silent one? I have found my voice, and my rage will blow your house down. I love that poem. It really makes me think about how we carry our voices, how we inherit our voices, and how we also make them our own. And not just that, but how we also carry the way other people sound around us as well. I want to introduce you to Christina Butcher, a Tacoma poet, editor. She runs Blue Cactus Press. She is a phenomenal artist, activist, supporter of the arts in Tacoma. So I can't do a poetry workshop without featuring Christina. She has a beautiful poem that I first heard her perform in Olympia, and I want her to share with us this poem, Mother Tongue.
Hello, I'm Christina Butcher, and I am reciting Mother Tongue, and it's a poem in 3 parts. 1. They said I would find my mother tongue behind his eyes. They said, take it from him, shatter his glitter bulbs, gather his sounds, and sing disbelief like desire like ch-ch-ch, frustration like pinche cabron. They said, no, 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 Mahita, not pinchy, pinche. You won't find your mother tongue until you let your vowels drop, and your mouth water with the memory of chili-covered lollipops, Mongo moon shapes atop yellow plastic straws, rising, rimmed with sticky, tamarind sticky, tongue sticky grammar, softening only for the jalapeno, the Anaheim poblano of your mother tongue. They said you'll never find it without enough heat to swallow it. 2. They said, Chu jiao dao ni de ma yu. This language is not yours. It is porous, ours is yo meida. You mustn't force it. Let it drop like water on grass dolloping shui, singing bo, 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 Qinghua croaking guo, guo, guo. 他们说, speak slowly until you find your mother tongue, otherwise you'll swallow your heart, 用别的人的舌头. 3. They said, speak with a non-regional dialect. I hear round your vowels until they roll right out of your mouth. Nothing like the sound of wind whipping sand up, horses pounding dusty earth, plastic rosaries dangling from rearview mirrors, or dogs panting in the bed of a pickup, or 8 months without any rain, nothing like home. Only over-enunciate and cover your arms, for Christ's sakes, powder your face. Someone says, your accent is off. And I think, I don't have an accent. I don't even have a language. We all think, no, but you look it. So I gather my sounds up one more time and I ask, 怎么说? Como se dice? Wie sagt man? I do not speak my mother's language.
Thanks, Christina. Just in making this video, I think I've listened to that poem at least 12 times, and I love it more every time I hear it. I want to send you away with a couple of different prompts to choose from. There's 3. You can do 1, you can do 2, you can do all of them, you can make up more prompts, whatever you'd like to do. Here's the first prompt. Write a poem that deliberately plays with speech. So something that must be read aloud, or something that would perhaps be dimmed if it were just read on the page. Read something that must be read aloud. Prompt number 2. Write a poem with at least 1 line in a language other than the poem's primary language. Prompt number 3. Answer this question in a poem. When have you loved your voice? This may be a significant moment in your life that you immediately go back to, where there was a lot of tension, a lot of drama. It also might be when you were singing while pulling weeds this morning outside your house. But tell me in a poem, when have you loved your voice? And show that to me. In my workshops too, I always say that if the prompts aren't striking a chord, go with what's rolling around in your head. You can also do that. Writers who live in Pierce County are encouraged to send their work to me for a bit of brief feedback. You can email those to gritcity.poetlaureate@gmail.com. I'm already getting people's poems and I really, really love them. It's really kind of keeping me afloat during this self-isolation. So thank you for that. Thank you for your poems already. I appreciate those. It would be great if you can paste the poem in the body of the email, but you can send it however you want and I'll get back to you. In the meantime, until next week, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'm going to go let my dog in because I can hear her breathing underneath the door. Can you hear her? She's just breathing. Hi, Dory. Also, this is my cat. Say hi, Bill Murray. Bye. Not very much is making sense anymore.